She had always loved the sea. Ever since she was a little girl, she would spend hours on the beach, watching the waves, collecting shells, and dreaming of adventures. She wanted to be a sailor, a pirate, a mermaid, anything that would let her explore the vast and mysterious ocean. But life had other plans for her. She grew up, got married, had a son, and settled in a small town far from the coast. She worked as a librarian, a quiet and respectable job that suited her gentle nature. She loved her family, but she never forgot her passion for the sea. One day, she received a letter from her uncle, who lived in a seaside town. He was old and sick, and he wanted to see her before he died. He also had something important to tell her, something that would change her life forever. She packed her bags, kissed her husband and son goodbye, and boarded a train to the coast. She felt a surge of excitement and nostalgia as she saw the blue horizon in the distance. She had not seen the sea in over 20 years. She arrived at her uncle's house, a cozy cottage near the beach. He greeted her with a warm hug and a smile. He looked frail and pale, but his eyes sparkled with joy.
"I'm so glad you came, my dear,"
he said.
"I have something for you. Something that belongs to you."
He led her to his study, where he opened a wooden chest. Inside, there was a beautiful necklace made of pearls and coral. It had a pendant in the shape of a starfish, with a small ruby in the center.
"This was your mother's,"
he said.
"She gave it to me before she died. She told me to give it to you when you were ready."
She gasped. She had never known her mother, who had died in a shipwreck when she was a baby. She had always wondered about her, who she was, what she looked like, what she did.
"Who was she?"
she asked. Her uncle smiled.
"She was a sailor, a pirate, a mermaid. She was the most adventurous and fearless woman I ever knew. She sailed across the world, exploring the ocean, discovering treasures, fighting enemies. She was the captain of the Starfish, the fastest and most famous ship in the sea. She was my sister, and your mother. And you are her daughter."
He handed her the necklace.
"This is your inheritance. This is your destiny. The sea is calling you, my dear. Will you answer?"
She looked at the necklace, feeling a mix of emotions. She felt a connection to her mother, a woman she had never met but admired. She felt a curiosity about the sea, a place she had always loved but never explored. She felt a fear of leaving her family, a life she had always known but never fulfilled. She looked at her uncle, who smiled encouragingly. He understood her dilemma. He had faced it himself. When he chose to stay on land and raise her after her father's death, he had sacrificed his own dreams for her sake. He did not want her to do the same. She looked at the window, where the sun was setting over the ocean. She saw the waves glittering with gold and purple, inviting her to join them. She heard the wind whispering her name, urging her to follow it. She felt the necklace pulsating with warmth, guiding her to her destiny. She made up her mind. She hugged her uncle, thanking him for everything. She told him she loved him, and that she would come back to visit him soon. She grabbed her bag, put on the necklace, and ran to the beach. She reached the shore, where a small boat was waiting for her. She climbed on board, and saw a note on the seat. It read, "Welcome aboard, my daughter. I have been waiting for you. Follow the stars, and you will find me. Your mother, the captain of the Starfish." She smiled, feeling a surge of excitement and joy. She started the engine, and sailed away. She had always loved the sea. And now, she was finally going to live it.